Hello, my name is Linda Buckwater. I am posting my introduction a little late since I just enrolled in the class yesterday. I was going to Millersville to pursue my master's degree in math education, but after the first 2 days of classes, I decided that's not what I want, and so I changed my pursuits to learning more about online teaching. I got my Bachelor of Science degree in math education from Millersville University, and in 1999, and I started teaching at Garden Spot Middle School as an Algebra 1 teacher that same year. This would have been my 18th year starting school, but I am currently on sabbatical and will return in January. In the beginning of my career, I took classes from Wilkes University and got my Master's of Education in Strategies and Development. I'm married, and I have 2 kiddos, and their names are Lane, who is in 6th grade, and Leslie, who is in 3rd grade. And just 3 months ago, my husband and I bought a big rig, and he is the owner-operator of Buckwater Trucking. We love to spend time together as a family. We have a dog, a beagle, Trixie, and a cat, Snickers. And every summer we go camping. And for the first time, we went in a camper this past summer, and all the other times we tented. So it was a nice experience, especially when it rained the one day. Right now, my evenings and weekends are consumed by midget football, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So my experiences with online teaching are very limited. I've only ever taken one online course, and it was a professional development course that was designed by a fellow teacher. There was very little interaction, and we simply watched videos and took quizzes and got our grade. So that's all I have for taking a course. I teach in a hybrid setting, which means there's 3 different stations throughout the class in a 90-minute class. I do direct instruction, and then there's collaborative, where they do group projects, and then there is an independent station where they do online, and my online curriculum is actually through Compass Learning. I sometimes use Khan Academy, and then that's also the station where they do practice skills using IXL and another program called GMM. Because I want to know more about online teaching, I am currently taking this course and Advanced Educational Psychology online. Maybe it's because I got enrolled in this class late, but it seems like there's a lot of work, and I'm trying to keep the 2 classes separate in my readings and what I'm posting, so hopefully I don't accidentally post the wrong thing to the wrong class. We were supposed to respond to a little video clip about good teaching is good teaching. I think good teaching takes time. If I'm reflecting back over my years, my first couple of years of teaching were horrible. Did the children learn? Sure, they learned, but I could have done so much better, and it takes time. And so, and that comes with experience and knowing what the kids are going to have trouble with. And you have to be flexible and adapt to the ever-changing needs and the needs of the children and how education is changing. And you can do that the best way by doing continuing education and learning yourself. I don't think good teachers are just good teachers no matter what, because everyone has their own niche and talents and gifts. I believe I'm a good, effective Algebra 1 teacher, but I would never make a good ES teacher. Everybody has a certain place that they belong. And so online teaching even has its own challenges that are different than what a face-to-face teacher encounters. But with practice, with professional development, with time, with experience, I believe somebody can get good. Challenges of teaching online that I read about in the article, course content, just like in face-to-face, brick and mortar, you always have to be revising. Even though this is my 18th year teaching, I am always looking to improve my lessons. I can see how it can be frustrating for the teachers who are facilitating an online course, especially when they had nothing to do with developing it or can't even adapt it to the needs of the students that they currently are working with. Another challenge I see is working with unmotivated students. We need to really think about where the unmotivation is coming from. Is it coming from an outside source where it's a physical or emotional need that needs to be addressed? Is it coming from poorly planned lessons? Sadly to say, I've seen a lot of failures from students who have taken the online classes at the school I teach at, and I want that to get better. I want the students to do well, and we got to figure out what's going on. Another challenge, professional development. I know that we all scream for effective and making sure it's relevant. There's too often that we are given very brief instruction and then left to figure the rest of the material out on our own. My hopes for online teaching is to be as effective online as I am face-to-face. I often have students come to me and say they really like how I explain stuff. Even though Algebra 1 is a challenging course, I make it easy for them to understand. I can make it fun with the different collaborative projects that I have. I like getting to know the students, and so that leads me to my second one. I still want to build a relationship with my students. I currently teach 8th grade, and almost every time a new school year starts, since the building is connected with the high school, I often have students come back to me just to say hi. And maybe they didn't learn much, but we have that connection that they will always remember my class. And then my other hope for online teaching is to be available when my students need my help. I can't be on the computer 24/7, and neither can I do that when I'm teaching brick and mortar, but they know that I'm available like every study hall or until 3 or before school starts. And I guess that would come with experience and maybe setting a set time when students can be online and I can help them. I really never saw myself as an online teacher. Even this year I was asked to facilitate the middle school online math students, and I declined. I think I declined because out of fear. I've never done it before, and like I said earlier, I've seen lots of students who are enrolled in online courses come back into regular ed classes because they weren't doing well. And then the time on top of a regular teaching schedule. We teach 6 lines or 3 blocks of 90 minutes, and the teacher who was asked to facilitate the online is supposed to do this above and beyond their teaching load. So I'm not saying I'll never be an online teacher, it's just not in the format that I see currently happening at my school. Comparing the cyber commercials, I thought that the K-12 online commercial did the best. Maybe it was just because it was longer than the others, in addressing standards F, I, and J, where it talks about the individual learning plan, differentiating, where it's tailored and has parent input with individualized curriculum, and it teaches the children where they are, as compared to Connections and Carpe Diem schools, where, yes, the standards F were addressed about the the needs and being individualized and accommodations being done online. And then the other one I saw, the Connections one, talked about like clubs, and maybe that happened through the interaction and participation. I'm not sure if it meant in projects or outside clubs, outside of the classroom. Some of the standards I felt that were left out of the commercials were standards like A and B that talk about the planning and the delivery of effective online teaching. I don't know if those things need to be said in a commercial, but I would really hope that all the schools would have that up front. So I am looking forward to this class and learning more about online teaching so that I can, if I choose to, become an online teacher, be effective, and have my students learn what I want them to do in an enjoyable way. Thank you for listening. Bye.